Hi, everybody. It's your old pal, Barkey J Dog here. Back with another... Uh, uh, well, I was gonna say, back with another movie review. But that's not what I'm doing this time. No, I'm doing something different. I'm live streaming. That's right. I'm streaming. All over the snow. Don't eat that stuff. Hey, it's our very first Barkstream. I'm so excited. It's my first time. Please be gentle. Yeah. Hey, let me know in the chat if the audio sounds okay. I've been toying with the settings and all the audio levels and stuff. I think it's all right, but if it's too loud, too soft, whatever, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Holy cow, there's some people here. Wow, there's people in the chat. Here I thought I'd be just talking to myself. Probably will be before too long, but let's see. Let's see who's here. Who's running around in the chat. Let's see if I recognize anybody here. Let's see here. Oh, hey, there's Michael. Michael Beacom. Hey, my friend. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. You're like my super fan. I love you, man. Oh, you give me so much support. You're just awesome. Michael gifted me like a $2 super chat while I was testing the stream last month. Thanks, man. Oh, wow. Let's see who else we got here. Botrix doesn't count. That's how I'm displaying the chat on the screen there. But anyway, I don't know if we even need that. But anyway, Prime Rib 69. Is that your real handle? Prime Rib 69? Or is it, they add numbers after everybody's name now. I don't know. Well, anyway, it's nice to see you here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is really good. And we got Brookaboo92, or Brookaboo. Hi, nice to see you here. And Danielle Vale is also nice to see you. Oh my, I got a super chat already from Michael. It says, "Hail, Barkey. Fantastic to hear you in real time. And this is your first super chat." Well, thank you. Thank you, my friend. Oh, wow, this is great. Let's see. Sweetest Sadist. Hi, how are you there? Thomas Swafford, a lover of cats. Ugh. But I welcome almost everybody, so I'm glad to see you here, man. I am. And Stone Stare, it's going all right. How's it going for you, man? Wow. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I guess they have a lot of numbers. I don't know, Prime Rib 69, though. I might keep that if it were me. Yeah, John Martin, hi. Hey, nice to see you here. Nice to see you. Yeah. The audio sounds okay for you guys, I hope. Yeah, I think it's okay. I'm going to tell you all about how I have this thing set up here. So first, I know some people like to have a stream on in the background, just something to listen to, and that's cool, totally cool. If you're new here, usually I do movie reviews, but not typically movies playing at the theater. I mean, I do sometimes, but just once in a blue moon. No, usually I'm reviewing older movies, but if you look on the channel, you'll see a lot of variety. I cover everything from the 1910s all the way up to the 2020s across a lot of different genres. Special holiday content and all that. I'm going to try to have something for the 4th of July as well. But I don't know. I may have to do it all tomorrow. That's a lot of work. But I'll try to get you something by the 4th. So you may find something you like on the channel, and if you dig the channel and you haven't subbed already, go ahead and subscribe, but only if you like this stuff. Yeah. Either way, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad to have you along. So first off, I have to apologize to you guys. I wanted to have the little thing, the app that pops up your comments, you know, so they look like a banner across the bottom. But that's a separate app, I guess. I had trouble getting that going. Maybe next time. I hope so. In order to do that or stream, quote unquote, properly, a lot of people have two screens. They have two monitors. I don't have that yet. But in any case, let me tell you how I have this jury rig set up here. So right off the bat here, I am not doing this live stream from a real computer. No, I am not doing this from a real computer. No, I am doing this from a mini PC. I got this for another application, but never got that off the ground. And it's fairly new, but it was just sitting around. So I'm using it for this. My real computer is the one I edit videos on and stuff, and I didn't want to mess up any of the settings. So I had this mini PC to make use of. This thing was marketed as a gamer's mini PC. That's one reason I bought it. So my philosophy for years now has been, if you trick out your computer in such a way that a gamer would like it, then it should be more than enough to handle Photoshop and video editing and stuff like that. And anything with graphics, right? Because I'm not a gamer, but I do the other stuff. So I got this thing, and it's about the size of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And it doesn't even have a real graphics card. So there's no way you'd be playing anything heavy on this. You're not going to be doing Doom or Quake or any of that on this thing. But hopefully it holds up. I'm not really taxing it to its extremes or anything. But if it all goes sideways and gets janky, that's probably why. I hope not, though. I'm not using a real screen either. I'm using one of those drawing tablets as the screen for this thing. So I guess that's sort of a test run here, I guess. Well, let's hope it all works for now. I have most of the bits to make another PC. And man, have you seen the price of memory now? It's like 3 or 4 times what it was just a couple years ago. It's crazy. And anyway, I got most of the parts I need to build a standalone thing for things like this. And I just have to find the spoons to do it and put it together. Jeez. Well, we'll see how all this goes tonight. And if you want more live streams, I'll do more. And if you hate it, well, I'll give it all up and I'll join a convent. No, not a monastery. You don't expect me to give up the ladies, do you? Yeah, I'll join a convent. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, Black Cat, 1934. Thomas Swafford here. You need to do the Black Cat, 1934 with Lugosi and Karloff. Yeah, that would be a Halloween one. I have seen that one. And all those are brilliant. All those early Universal Lugosis are brilliant. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's terrible. Google taking all my money. Ugh, they're not even doing anything. Well, I have not done a lot of live streams. It's true. I've not done any. I've done other things, but I haven't done live streams. I'm always afraid my mouth will get ahead of my brain. And I'll be here, I'll be trying to be funny and entertain, and the next thing you know, I'll wind up like Michael Richards. Yeah, Michael Richards. He's out there doing his stand-up routine, and he uses an unfortunate choice of word, and then people take offense, as they do, even though he's doing comedy. And before he walked off that stage, his career was over. Yeah, he got canceled hard. I felt bad for him because, I mean, he looked like he was shell-shocked from the whole thing. And he did all the right things, you know, but even today, they won't let him do anything. Yeah, that's too bad. I don't want to wind up like Kramer. If I get canceled, I don't have that sweet Seinfeld money to fall back on like he did. No. I've done live podcasts, but I wasn't actually running them. All I had to do was show up and participate, and that was a long time ago. Like back when they had Google Hangouts and Skype. So that's how long ago it was. And with this, I got to wear all the hats. So, well, I'm giving it a go here. So I will have a video for the 4th of July. I'm going to try to get all that done tomorrow. I haven't started it. I've got the script, but I haven't recorded it. I want to get it up tomorrow evening if I can, but I got to do all the recording, editing, and all that. And I've done those in one day before, and it really sucks. So, anyway, I'll try. But by the 4th, for sure, you'll have a 4th of July video. Yeah. So, let's see. What else is going on here with you guys? Temperature? I checked before I came in here, and the thermometer I have outside on the little veranda thing in this apartment I live in, it's right in the sun, so it's not always accurate. It said it was at least 100, but it's probably more like 96 where I am right now. I kind of not a fan. I'm not. Some people like the heat. I'm not a fan of humidity and heat. It just doesn't work for me. No. So in the summer, I'm usually cuddling up with an air conditioner and having a threesome when we had a fan. Yeah, because I cannot stand humidity. I used to live at the very southern end of Ohio. I used to live there for a while, and it's right in the Ohio River Valley. And in the summer, the humidity would just sit there, and it was miserable. Oh, it was terrible. Just pretty miserable. And I've never been a fan of it. But anyway, that's what's happening. Yeah, it's pretty hot. Is it roasting where you are? I hope not. But a heat dome is nothing to laugh at, I guess. But I'm glad I'm inside and have the AC going. That's right. Hmm. Take me some water there, some H2O. Hmm. Hey, so let's see. Your coworker has a support dog. That is strange. Yeah, I've seen him around, a support dog. I haven't seen one in the office or an office. Usually see him in grocery stores. Yeah. Huh. Well, let's see. Do we have anything going on in the chat? Anything you guys want to talk about? Let me scroll around here. I've been trying to keep an eye on it, but you got to do a lot of stuff here. Somebody asked about a movie. Yeah, I'm feeling a little 2D, sweet sadist. Sweetest sadist. I'm feeling a little 2D. Yeah, I got one of these little animated things going here. Da, 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 da. You stopped watching Fright Night to come to the stream. That's loyalty, that is. Thanks, man. Daniel Vallis says he stopped watching Fright Night to turn on the stream. Well, I hope it's on a disc and you can hang on to it. Prime Rib 69 asks about Cat People, the 1980s version. I did review that one, Halloween. I also reviewed the original Cat People movies. So you'll find that under Halloween. I forget which year it was, but you'll find that in there. Shockwave. I don't know that one. No, okay. 103 and humidity. Brookaboo. Brookaboo 92. 103 in North Carolina. My goodness. With humidity. That's outrageous. Oh, wow. Yeah, I wouldn't want to deal with that myself. I have not seen Obsession. I was trying to decide. Backrooms is the one that looked really fascinating, and I know nothing about the whole backstory of Backrooms, the video game, the online stuff, the video channel that this filmmaker made. But it just looked so interesting. And all the decor you see is from the 70s. So it's like, hey, that could be cool. Although there's no way in hell I would ever want to live in a house or work in an office painted that puke yellow color. I wouldn't want to do that. I'll tell you a movie I did go to see, Daniel Valley. I did go to see The Sheep Detectives. That's the last picture I went to see, The Sheep Detectives. And you know what? I actually really enjoyed it. Hugh Jackman. So in that one, Hugh Jackman is a sheep herder, and he gets murdered, and his sheep are trying to figure it out and solve the mystery, right? And it's a fun movie too. It's got some comedy. It has some poignant moments, and it's really very well made. It's not woke. It's very entertaining. The only thing I was thinking of, if you want to talk modern audience, was the cast in the town, the people in the town. There's an awful lot of diversity in that town for being out in the sticks in Britain. But maybe that's how it is now. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't a deal breaker though. But it is a very good movie. It's on Prime. You could see it on Prime. It's really really good. It's sort of a quiet British murder mystery thing, and it's very good. It's one of those where the sheep can talk, but the humans can't understand them, but we can understand them. There's some cool things in it too, like when the sheep decide that something's too traumatic and they just don't want to remember, they can just blank it out of their minds. It really is awesome. It's a very awesome picture, all told. So I think I could highly recommend that one. That's one that I went to go see. Let's see what's going on here. Sheep Detectives, yeah, 8 out of 10. I think that's fair. That's very fair. The cop was funny. The policeman investigating, he's funny. I didn't know who the killer was. I thought I knew, and I was totally wrong. So yeah, that's really good. So Thomas Swafford, the cat guy, says it's 107 in Chattanooga with the heat index. Holy guacamole, man. That's terrible. Oh, stay cool, man. Stay cool. I need all the fans I can get. Stay cool. Yes, John Martin, summer is hot. You wouldn't think so. I don't know if in Australia. I'm not sure in Australia, but anyway. Let's say, what do we got here? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to stay hydrated, man. Just trying to stay hydrated. So that's about all I can do. Yeah. Oh, Botrix. If you see Botrix there, that's a chat bot. That's what's displaying the chats there in the white boxes up the side. I don't even know if we need that. I just thought I'd put that in there for you. But maybe down the line we won't bother with that. Yeah, there's ads on too, but I haven't seen any. I don't know if you have. If they get annoying, let me know. I'll turn them off. Da 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 da. Death of Robin Hood. I was so interested in that, and then I heard it was kind of a hot mess. Not modern audience mess, but kind of kind of missed the mark. I don't know. Um, I'm trying to think if there's a movie I really want to go see coming up. I was curious about Supergirl, but again, I've not heard a single good thing about it. And it's a shame because I like Crypto, besides obvious reasons. He was just fun in the last movie, and I kind of thought he was cute and everything. Uh, yeah. Oh, thank you, Ultra Fan Boy, living up to your name. He says he loves me. I do rule. I rule hard, but with a velvet glove. Oh, yeah. What's coming up that I want to see? What's coming up that I want to see? To tell you the truth, what I go to see at the theaters more than anything else, it's not movies from Hollywood, really. No. I'll tell you what I do. I see movies from India. Where I live, there are enough people from India and that part of the world that the local theater will show two, three Indian films that are new. They're playing in India and they're playing at the same time over here. And they are so entertaining. Oh my God. I mean, people talk about RRR and stuff like that. I mean, their action movies, they make our stuff look like kid stuff. They make Bond look like a kid show. Seriously. I saw this one called War 2, and apparently it's part of a kind of a franchise or part of a connected story universe. Uh, but oh my God, they had this girl in there who was like helping him solve the case or whatever. She was smoking hot. You wouldn't think so. They do when they throw down in an Indian film, when they throw down with machetes and knives and all that stuff, man, they go for it. They go for it. It's very graphic, but they don't show a lot of skin on the girls. This movie was an exception. She was in a bikini looking smoking hot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Bollywood. The dancing. I know, I know. They just do a dance or two. And I don't know, I enjoy them. Some of them are very impressive. Their action stuff is always over the top. So this War 2 movie, they start out doing a scene. You've seen a guy on top of a truck like the Matrix, right? They're on top of the semi fighting, and then they elevate that to some other vehicle, and then they elevate that to another thing, and it's just absolutely amazing. Yeah, that was a while back I saw that one. Uh yeah, Classroom with Mr. G. Barkey Live is too much awesomeness in one frame. That's right. Thank you. I'll also say, I'll tell you this. Their mysteries are good. Their horror movies, I'm not a big like real gory horror type thing guy. I'm not really into the that stuff, but their stuff is from a completely different religion, a completely different worldview. So it's like one step removed from what's really creepy for you and me. So it's totally cool. I could just sit through it. A lot of their films are very entertaining. So I'm glad I get to see them. A Marvel movie review, Classroom with Mr. G. When are you going to do a Marvel movie? Uh, well, the new ones aren't very good. Yeah, that's not a bad question. I'm sure there's one that I mean I have seen a bunch up until Endgame. I did not see the second half of Endgame in the theater. I have it, but I haven't watched it in the theater. I did not see Captain Marvel. I skipped that one, and I'm glad I did. But the ones before those, they had some great stuff, and the shows were good too. Agent Carter was awesome. I loved Agent Carter. Even Agents of Shield had its moments. I'll have to think about that. I don't know. I'm sure there's one out there. I'm sure there's one out there. Yeah, they're comedies. Sweet to say this. Yeah, they're Indian comedies are very good. I'll tell you this, a true story. I went to one of them, and it was one of those comedies that was very loud. There was a lot of shouting and yelling, like people are going to get hurt, and they're like, ah! they're all scared. It's it took place in this village on the border with Afghanistan or some country where they had opium. And everybody in this town, the main hero doesn't know it because he's too dopey. Everyone in town is addicted to opium because this street food vendor is selling it to everyone. And now they're all hooked on a low level of opium, even his own mom. And his friends convince him, you've got to wean your mom off this. So here, give her this whiskey instead. And so that's what he gives his mom to wean him off the dope and the effects of withdrawal. And there was me in the theater, and I believe they were Sikhs. The man had the turban. They were sitting up in the back. And when she took the drink, suddenly she got super aggressive and hostile. It's a comedy, right? And they got up and they walked out. And I don't know if it was just that bad a movie or if that was something offensive because of faith that they were offended by that. Because in this woman's faith, she's not supposed to have the stuff in the movie. Her faith says you can't drink booze or something, and she takes it anyway. So yeah, but I'm not sorry I went to go see it. I'll tell you, I have never walked out of an Indian film feeling like I got ripped off. Never, never. They understand, they get it. When you put your dollars, or in their case, the rupees, down on the counter, they know you want to be entertained. And that's what you get. You get entertainment. And it's probably sometimes that's the only thing at the theater that is there to entertain. And I'll go see them. So I'm glad we have them. I'm glad I can see them. Uh, somebody mentioned one. Have I ever given any of the movies, Ultra Fanboy, have you ever rated any of the movies you've reviewed four paws? Well, I use paws because I got four of them. Four paws up. Usually that means I'd be dead, right? Four paws up, but it means good in this context. Yes, the last one I gave four paws was Somewhere in Time. If you go back and look at it, it's just so awesome on so many levels. But I have given some others four paws. Can't remember off the top of my head, but I have given four paw reviews. Yeah, not very many. But yeah, typically I'll do four paws for something super awesome. I kind of try to save that for stuff like Citizen Kane or Lawrence of Arabia or something like that. But sometimes a movie's just so awesome that I'll go ahead and do that. Kiss of the Vampire, 1963. Thomas Swafford here. It's probably something I'd do for Halloween. Margaret Rutherford, the Miss Marple movies. I do have some of those. Um, I have seen them. They're very good. They're really very of their time and wonderful. So, uh, let's see. Da, 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 da. Sketchman, how you doing? Hey, welcome. Um, we have ripoffs of Marvel comic characters that have movies, which is strange because we got them before Marvel made movies. It's true. I'm thinking of that one that was supposed to be Doctor Strange, but the rights fell through, so they went ahead and made it anyway. It has Jeffrey Combs from Deep Space Nine, um, Wei Yun from Deep Space Nine, or Sharm from Enterprise. He's doing basically he's Doctor Strange, but they couldn't call him that. Uh, I did review that one. That's on the channel. Da, 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 da. Happy New Year is an interesting movie. Yeah. Happy New Year. That's the is that the more recent one? It's like got a ensemble cast or something. I think I have that. I was going to do that, but then I found another one for New Year's. But yeah, that's sitting there. Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. Daniel Valley asks that one. Manos, the Hands of Fate. That's no pause. That thing doesn't even get. Yeah, Dr. Mordred or Dr. Morbid or whatever it was. Yeah, Mordred. Yeah, Sweetest Sadist. That's what that was, Dr. Mordred. Oh my God, it was terrible. Oh, it was terrible. Oh my God, it opens up and it's like this stupidly long opening credits sequence. You know, they were just padding time. You know, they had to just pad time out here. Let's see. Hmm. Yeah, I'm telling you. Well, okay, let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to think of a Marvel movie because I've seen so many of them. I've seen all the Spider-Mans. Those are really Sony, but I've seen all the Spider-Mans. Except I haven't seen number 3, the one where he goes emo. As I heard it was terrible, so I didn't bother with it. But I have seen all of those. Oh, thank you, Michael Beacom. Another $10 super chat. Since your fans want superhero fare, have you done The Return of Captain Invincible with Christopher Lee and Alan Arkin? A musical. I have not done that. I have to put that on my list. The Return of Captain Invincible. Let me jot that down so I don't forget. Bear with me here. Bear with me. Yeah, I'll try to remember. I'm going to put that on my list so I can remember that. Uh. Sweetest Sadist says Super Friends variety show, which was a live action thing in the 70s, and it had a Green Lantern, was better was a better watch than modern Marvel movies. I think that's true. It's better than the MCU anyway. J.M. Durden, yeah, we are dogging it out, man. That's what we do. That's what we do here. Da, 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 da. It's a parody of Walk the Line. A box office bomb. Walk Hard. I'll put that on my list too here. Let me jot that one down. There we go. Yeah. Manos, the Hands of Fate. Oh, jeez. I don't know. Terrible. Terrible. Yeah. I have so many movies. Um, I have a bunch of them lined up, and I have a bunch that are a theme. So, like 3 movies on one theme, because I do that sort of deep dive thing from time to time. But I have rules when I do a review. I suppose I should mention that. So, rule number 1, I have to watch the movie before I can review it. So what that means is, even if it's a movie I know very, very well, say Raiders of the Lost Ark, everybody knows that one. It's a movie I've seen a bunch of times. I know that movie very, very well. I still have to sit and watch it before I put a review together, because you never know. Some things might hold up better than I remembered, or I might have forgotten some things, or some things maybe aren't as good as I thought they were the last time I saw the movie, whatever the movie is. So that's rule number 1. Rule number two is it kind of has to be a movie people might know. Uh, Maybe not the most famous things, but I typically try to do things I think you folks will find interesting. Um, and then rule number three is I try not to do decades back to back or genres back to back. So I've slipped a few times and done an 80s movie, then another 80s movie. I don't count holidays. So if I do an 80s movie and then it's, the 4th of July and I do another 80s movie, well, that's the way it goes because holidays kind of don't count there. So those are some of my rules here for these things. Ultra Fanboy asks me, speaking of horrible cult classics, what would you rate Showgirls? You're going to be surprised when I tell you this. I've never seen Showgirls. No. For some reason, I've never gotten my paws on Showgirls. I guess it would depend how the ladies look. I might rate it 50 million paws. I don't know. 50 million paws and something else up. Or it might be, oh God, I can't even watch this. Even their chestly protuberances might not be enough. Oh, and that movie's bad when even that's not enough to keep you watching. Yeah, that's true, Sketchman. I will also it's not really a rule, but I do try to find a movie that's worth your attention. Or it's interesting, or it might just be dumb fun. There's that too. But there are some films that I keep meaning to get around to because I love them. And yeah, it's like I have some that I really want to do, but they're silent films. And generally those videos tank hard. They tank, man. People, I guess, don't dig them. But I love silent films. And I have some I'd like to cover. But Westerns, I haven't done enough of those either. I haven't done enough Westerns. Uh, yeah. Who would want to review a movie about a holiday being invaded by extraterrestrials? I don't know. It's been done. I actually did. Actually, I did review such a piece of entertainment. It was called A Cosmic Christmas, made by Nelvana Studios in Canada. And I actually did another one too. It was a live action thing, a god awful low budget live action thing from the 60s about an alien who lands in a town in Canada and has to get help getting home. It's they'd be in the Christmas ones. You'd have to look and see which ones they are. Uh, Red Letter Media, Danielle Valley asks, did I pronounce that right? Valley? Sorry. Am I a fan of Red Letter Media? I have seen some Red Letter Media. I don't follow them necessarily. I am a fan of the Drinker. I love the Drinker, the Critical Drinker. I love him. Um, and Doomcock will review movies sometimes, so I watch him. There's a few others that I watch. Ray Ruddle is one of my very very favorites. So if you have a chance, I've talked about him before. Ray Ruddle does a show. He's in Britain, and it's a British show, and he does movie reviews from a British point of view, and they're usually older movies. His channel is awesome. He's really funny. I love Ray. He does it so much better than me. He really does. He does it head and shoulders above me. So if you are interested, you can look up Ray Ruttle, Ruttle. He's he's really a hoot. He does something called Race Night too, which is he's got this game called Escalado. It's a toy racing horse racing game, and he sets it all up, all the world like it's on ESPN or something with graphics and replays and everything else. And the different horses, they race down and see who wins, and his viewers get to have a horse in the race and name a horse. I did it last year. My horse was Commander Koenig's Kamlock. But I love Ray. So yeah, if you get a chance to see Ray Ruddle, you should do that. Da, 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 da. Oh, thank you, Michael Beacom. You're going to send me that. Captain Invincible. Yeah, I'd like to see that. I don't have that one. I know I don't. Um, early film. Let's see. Ultra Fanboy here. I'm sorry I don't have a thing to pop these up, like I say. Ultra Fanboy is saying, learning of the early films of America in film studies class, we learned of early films such as Sunrise, yes, and Birth of a Nation. Silent films I would recommend. Sunrise is definitely one of them. That would be on my list of the ones I need to get around to doing. Sunrise. I would say silent films. Well, it depends what you want, because some of them can be tedious, to be honest. And if you don't have a good score with them, then you're in trouble. Um, sometimes you'll pick up a cheap silent film, and it's like a public domain print or something, and they'll just put piano music in back of it that doesn't match what's going on. So you got to watch out for that. Like Alpha Video does that. But I would say Wings, hands down, Wings is definitely well worth a watch. Oh, The General, yeah, The General. He Who Gets Slapped, The Kid, The Unknown. Those are all good. Safety Last, I think I mentioned that. Anything with Harold Lloyd. I love Harold Lloyd. Um, Harry Langdon is an interesting comedian too. He might be worth a look. Let me see. The Thief of Baghdad. That's another one I want to review. The Thief of Baghdad. That's Douglas Fairbanks Sr. And that is truly amazing. And yes, when he has the flying carpet, you can see the cables holding it up, but you won't care. It's so good. It really is good. Daniel says a silent film I'd recommend is watching a Marvel movie on mute in another room while you watch anything else. I'd add with the screen off, Another silent film, let me throw, if you can find it, Lilac Time. Lilac Time. That is like Wings. It's World War I aviators. And that one stars, I believe Gary Cooper's the star. Well, but he's not really the star. The real star is Colleen Moore. She was one of my favorite silent film actresses, especially her comedies. She did one called Ella Cinders, and she did a bunch of other ones. She is the one who popularized the short bobbed hairstyle. She's the one who did it. Louise Brooks is gorgeous. She's incredibly beautiful, and she had the short hair as well. But Colleen Moore got there first. Colleen Moore, interesting. She had a dollhouse she had built. It's huge. It's in the Chicago Museum of Science and Industry, last I knew. It's huge, and it has electric lights in all the rooms. And in the library, there are books written by her friends. and all kinds of interesting stuff in a dollhouse, a little dollhouse. It's one of her famous things. It's like a fairy castle dollhouse. But she was great. She was great. Louise Brooks is awesome too, obviously, smoking hot, Louise. Yeah. Let's see. What was but Lilac Time, yeah, that's one of the dramas she did. I like that one. That one's pretty good. Wings is great, and then The Big Parade. That's another World War One picture. Big Parade. There are a lot of them. There are a lot of them. So let's see. Whatever happened to Gary Cooper, the strong, silent type? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever happened to Randolph Scott? I guess they both died. I don't know. It's terrible. Yeah. Well, all right. I guess you're all here for this desert island movie list, huh? Would you like to start that? Let me hydrate here. I do have my list of the top 10 desert island movies that I would have. Yeah. Oh, Haksan is interesting too. I just saw that for Halloween. Haksan. Yeah. Yeah, Sketchman. Haksan is really good, and there's two versions of it. There's one from the original one, from I think the 20s, and then they re-edited it and re-released it with a narration and color segments in the 60s. So the Criterion disc has both. So that's the one to get. That's definitely the one to get. Okay. Right. Oh yeah, and the director who made it, the guy who produced it, he plays the devil when you see him. That's actually that guy. Yeah. So okay. All right. Well, let's see about our list of desert island movies, shall we? Okay, so to make this work, I've got to make myself small here. Let's see, how could I do that? Make myself small? Well, I guess I could think of Rachel Zegler. That would do it. Well, all right. Okay, I got to make myself small here. So here I go. There I am. And so this is the first one here that is on my list. This list is in no particular order, by the way, and I should lay out the rules for this before we go anywhere. Let's see. So the rules. There are rules for this list. So if you have a list, these are the rules. If you want to make your own list, these are the rules. Rule number one, these have to be uplifting or morale boosting type of movies because you are trapped on a desert island. That's the scenario. You are trapped on a desert island. Okay? You don't know when you're going to get off that island. All right? So you are allowed 10 movies, 10 films that you can watch. And you can watch them as many times as you want. And we have to allow you have some form of technology that will last and allow you to do that. But they can be any movies you want. But they have to be uplifting, morale-boosting movies or movies that keep your mind sharp because you're kind of trapped on this island, right? And no sex chicks or anything. You're all by yourself. No wahinis. Oh, terrible. Terrible. So, rule number 2. No ocean movies. No ocean movies. Remember, you're trapped on a desert island, right? You're trapped on a desert island, and the last thing you want to be reminded of is the fact you're trapped on an island. Like you look over there, there's an ocean. You look over there, there's the ocean. So you don't want to be reminded of that. So no Master and Commander. no Hunt for Red October, none of those. No Perfect Storm, none of those. No ocean movies. All right. Mm-hmm. And then here's another rule: trilogies are three separate films. They may all be one story, but they're three films. If you wanted, say, the OG Star Wars, that's three slots out of your 10. Okay? They're not all, you can't lump them together. Okay? Unless you want to burn off three slots, right? And as you're going to see, this is not easy. Yeah, Jaws is out. Robinson Crusoe is out, although you might learn something from it, since you're trapped on a desert island too. Mysterious Island is out. All that's out. Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, that's out. You're out of luck there, brother. Destination Tokyo, you're out of luck there. All that. Okay, all right. So this is our first one. This is our first one, the 1938 Robin Hood. This is in no particular order, as I say. These are just 10 movies that I would want on this desert island. This thing has a huge cast of familiar faces, uh, action, romance. It's colorful, it's exciting. And that Corn Gold score, oh my God, that score is so awesome. That will get your blood pumping for sure. That one is awesome. There has never, ever, ever been anyone who has filled the shoes of Robin Hood better than Errol Flynn. I don't care. I know. I know. You can talk about this guy, that guy, but for me, it's Errol Flynn. And this thing is so awesome. Basil Rathbone, Claude Rains, Eugene Pallette as Friar Tuck. You got Alan Hale Sr. in there as Little John. So many awesome things in that movie. Maid Marian, of course. You gotta. Yeah, it's really, really good. There's a lot of comedy in it too. There's a lot of fun in it. It's uplifting. It's bright. So, yeah, yeah. Trilogy of Terror is one movie. That is one movie. Yeah. Sweetest sadist. That's that is. Okay. So this is my first one. 1938 Robin Hood. Gotta have it. All right. So here's the next one. 2001, A Space Odyssey. Some people find this very dull. But I never did. I never found it dull. I'm glad when they get past the monkey men, but this thing is always awesome. And I've seen it on the big screen. I've seen it on the big screen at least twice. And every time I see it on the big screen, I see something new. There's all kinds of awesome stuff. You see new details, all kinds of things. Um, yep, Jason and the Argonauts. That's out. Sorry. It's an ocean movie. 2001. Adam Savage recently, in one of his recent videos for Tested, he looked at the only real surviving miniature from 2001, which is the Orion shuttlecraft. The Ares. I'm sorry, the Ares, the spherical shuttlecraft that takes Haywood Floyd to the moon. And you look at that, and it's all been restored. It was in bad shape, and it's all been restored now. And he noticed that down underneath, near the thrusters, you see these tiny, tiny, tiny little decal numbers down there. That's the level of detail these people put into this thing. Yeah, that's just awesome. This thing is about the size of a beach ball. It's pretty big. Anyway, yeah, so you've got Douglas Rain as the voice of Hal. Just amazing listening to him. You've got Keir Duella from The Star Lost. His big claim to fame was The Star Lost, not this movie. And you've got Gary Lockwood from the original pilot, or the second pilot of the Star Trek, Where No Man Has Gone Before. Yeah, he's here. Yep. So that's pretty good. It's always interesting. The score is great. It just keeps you thinking. It's like, what does this mean? What does this mean? It's great. So that'll keep your brain sharp. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, space is an ocean, but it ain't wet. uh let's see. Let's see. Yeah, that's four paws up, sweetest Sadus. 2001 is one of the four paws ups if I ever reviewed it, which is pointless because everybody knows it's super awesome, although some people don't dig it. Okay, here's number 3. Okay, I've only got 8 left. Here's number 3. Rio Bravo with John Wayne. That's right. You got to have a Western. So I chose this one. This one is very interesting. The cast is great. Ward Bond has a short part in it. You got Ricky Nelson. He's interesting in this, actually. And Dean Martin is a revelation. I love Dino anyway. Dino, yeah. But I love Dino anyway. But here he's actually doing drama. He's actually being dramatic in this thing. So I think that's great. John Wayne is great in this. They made actually 3 versions of this. There was Rio Bravo, there was El Dorado, and then there was Rio Lobo. Rio Lobo is the weakest of the 3. All-star John Wayne. Similar storyline in all 3. El Dorado is my favorite, really. I love El Dorado. But Rio Bravo is the better picture, it's got to be said. And it's got Dino. So, yeah. Yep. Rio Bravo, gotta go with it. Gotta go with it. And speaking of the Duke, this movie, I've got to have this. The Quiet Man. Oh my God, this thing is so much fun. This is a very, very fun picture. It's a very interesting picture. Great cast of stars, locations, you name it. This is a real love letter to Ireland. This is wonderful. This is why it's on every St. Patrick's Day. And I'll tell you a secret about this film. I'll tell you a secret about this. This actually, the main character here is suffering from trauma. There's actually a dark vibe in this if you stop and think about it, which most people don't. He's a boxer, Sean Thornton, John Wayne. He's a boxer, and he went in the ring to win a match, no matter what. He went in there to beat this other guy right up, in the boxing ring, which he did, and accidentally kills him. And the guilt of this is what's driving him through the picture. He did that to win a purse, to win some money, which is why throughout the picture, he's tired of people talking about money. He's sick of the talk of it. Sick of the talk of it. So he's actually going through some kind of trauma there through it. It's interesting. It's very interesting. But this is a wonderful film, a great film. This is a 4-paw picture in my book anyway. So I would definitely need to have this. Very uplifting picture, very bright, very fun, very, very cool. So now you got that. I got 2 John Waynes, but I can't help it. He was in a lot of awesome stuff. So what do we have next? Maybe you should have a film noir. You should have some film noir because that's interesting. It's always interesting. Visually interesting. The dialogue is interesting, and the good ones. It's really sharp, witty dialogue going on. Good stuff. So, there are a lot you could choose from. A lot of great ones you could choose from. But I'm going to go with this. The Big Sleep. This is the first teaming of Bogart and Bacall. I would go with this. So some people might say the Maltese Falcon. You are not wrong. That is widely considered to be one of the first film noirs, the first true film noirs. You might say some other films, but this one, Out of the Past with Mitchum, Out of the Past. But I'm going to go with this. No, it's not it's not uplifting. Well, I don't know. You got Martha Vickers and Bacall wearing push-up bras, maybe. I don't know now. Uh, but well, it may not be uplifting in the sense of keeping your spirits up. It is sharp. It will keep your mind sharp, especially this one, because it has a very dense plot. The mystery has a dense quality to it, so much so that even the screenwriter didn't know who killed off this guy. They asked him, was it Dashiell Hammett? I want to say it was Dashiell Hammett. They asked, "Hey, we can't figure out who went back, who killed the chauffeur," and he's like, "Gee, I don't know." It's true. This is very sharp, very interesting, and it keeps you guessing. So yeah, The Big Sleep. It is my favorite. I always like to watch it with Maltese Falcon back to back because they kind of go together. They just do. They both have Bogart wearing a trench coat and a fedora. What can I say? Being a private eye and doing stuff. They do fit together very well. But I would go with this one. I like this one. Maltese Falcon would not be a bad alternate, though. Maltese Falcon has a fantastic cast in that. Well, okay. Maltese Falcon, there we go. Now, maybe, maybe you would like to have some James Bond on this island. You might want some James Bond. There are great ones you can choose from. Goldfinger is pretty much the best Connery Bond. I think his second one was actually really good too, From Russia with Love. I think that's very good. That one's kind of underrated. It always kind of falls under the radar for some reason. You might do a Daniel Craig. I don't know if you're into him. You might do Goldeneye. Goldeneye is pretty cool. But then there's Roger Moore. So the Roger Moore era is very colorful. He does kind of go overboard with the quips, but even he doesn't go as far overboard with the quips as a modern Marvel movie. Ooh, A Lonely Place. That's a great film. Yeah. Daniel Ballard. That's a great film. A Lonely Place. Yeah. That's fantastic too. You Only Live Twice or The Spy Who Loved Me. Both ocean movies. One takes place in Japan, and the ocean features prominently in that one. And The Spy Who Loved Me, which I adore, and I think it really is right up there in the top 3 Bonds. Spy Who Loved Me. God, I love that movie. Yeah, but that's an ocean movie. So I'm gonna go. This is controversial now. I'm gonna go with this one, Moonraker. And I know, some people hate this movie. Some people think is really dumb. I think why people don't like this one is that after Bond goes into space, what else is there for him to do? He's done everything, and he's even gone into space now. So I think that's probably why they don't care for this one. But I love this movie. I think Drax is a pretty good villain. Roger Moore's in top form. It does come straight off of The Spy Who Loved Me with Jaws. There's a lot of great stuff in this. So I do love this one. So I'll choose this one. He's got some good gadgets. There's sexy chicks, yeah. His good head, yeah. I think he's preparing for re-entry, sir. Yeah, I love this film. I know maybe it's not Goldfinger, I know, but I still love it anyway. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that. Okay, so now let us say that you need some kind of musical. You need a musical. There are so many to choose from because musicals are most of them, maybe not West Side Story, but most of them are really uplifting, right? They're fun. They got memorable tunes and stuff. So this might be good to have on your desert island while you're trapped there. So you've got Wizard of Oz, very colorful, fantastic cast, great songs. You have My Fair Lady, ditto, all the way down the list. That is fantastic. One of my favorites is Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. It might not be one of the best, but I love that one. Great songs in that one. Good cast too, and Catwoman is in it. Julie Newmar's in that one. She's an El Dorado too, in very small roles. You just see her briefly in both, but she's in both. Yep. Uh, oh. So yeah, so I'm gonna go with a different one though. I'm gonna go old school here, and I'm gonna go with this Holiday Inn. You got Bing Crosby, Fred Astaire, Marjorie Reynolds, Virginia Dale, Walter Abel, who is really funny in this as the agent guy. He's really good. All the music by Irving Berlin. This is fantastic. I love this. And yes, it's where the hotel chain gets its name from. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. This has a great score. It's an interesting idea. It's a comedy. It's got romance. It's got all the stuff you want. Fred Astaire, top form. Fred Astaire doing some numbers. There's one for the 4th of July you can find on YouTube. Say It with Firecrackers, and you can watch that on YouTube, and you get to see why he's so awesome. He just fills his pockets with little firecrackers. He goes out and dancing around and throwing them around, and it's all special effects. He's not actually lighting them on, you know, they're fake, but it doesn't matter. It just the energy he brings into the thing is fantastic, and these songs, really, really awesome songs. Be careful, it's my heart. It's not my watch you're holding, it's my heart. Some great stuff. Great stuff in there. So Holiday Inn, yeah, this will be an uplifting film. It also has Hattie McDaniel, I think, plays the housekeeper in this. Little politically incorrect in a couple of scenes. They do something for Lincoln's birthday where there is a plot contrivance where they wear some burnt cork. Uh, and Bing Crosby's character does this for plot reasons. But yeah, you do see some minstrelry there in that number. But I would say it's fine anyway. It's 1942 for crying out loud. So context, people, context matters. So yeah, and Hattie McDaniel, typically playing a housekeeper, cook, servant type role, still talks back to the guy who's running things. She's still like, "Don't you say that?" she's got a little feistiness, and I liked her very much in it. It is a wonderful film, a very wonderful film. The only downside for me is that they didn't do a Halloween number. They didn't do a Halloween set piece, which is too bad. Yeah. So let's see. Da, da, da. That's right. Holiday Inn. Annie Get Your Gun. That's another good one. Yeah, Annie Get Your Gun. So that's my choice for musical. I've always found it uplifting at any time of year, and because it has these musical numbers that go across the year, you could watch it anytime. You really could. Say It with Firecrackers. Check that out on YouTube. Okay. Okay. So I don't have very many left. I've that's number 7. I've only got 3 films left. I'm down to 3 films. Ugh. So maybe, maybe you want an old school epic, right? Like a real epic film. Something like a truly like a 1950s type epic, because they're great. You know, your Lawrence of Arabia type stuff, those were fantastic. Cast a thousand, super widescreen stuff, right? A lot of great ones you could choose from. There's a lot of great ones. And there's ones that are sort of pseudo epics. They kind of try to be epics, but they're sort of not. But they try to look like epics, right? But I have a real one for you. I have a real epic. This is what I want on the desert island with me. The Ten Commandments by Cecil B. DeMille. That's right. Cecil B. DeMille did this, and he narrates the thing too. Um, Cast of thousands, a huge list of name brands here. Ann Baxter as Nefertiti. Oh my God, she's hot. She's super sexy as the Egyptian princess. Hubba, hubba. You got your Yvonne DiCarlo. That's right. Lily Munster's in this. By the will of God, it has Charlton Heston. He's here too. A lot of famous people. Vincent Price is in this. Lots of famous people. Edward G. Robinson, just on and on and on and on. Very famous people in this. Colorful. It's oh yeah, Ben-Hur. Wow. Yeah, that would be another good choice. But it does feature the ocean. Of course, let's be honest, the Ten Commandments, as you can see in this poster, features an ocean. But he uses the holy power to just split it in two and they walk across. And it's fairly brief, really. Let's be honest. Cleopatra's good too, but it has a whole ocean battle going on in that one, so that kind of lets that out. Longest Day takes place on a beach, so you kind of maybe don't want that one. That's an awesome one, Longest Day. Ten Commandments. It's just incredibly well made, and it's just brilliant and great characters. Yul Brynner, oh my God, Yul Brynner as the Pharaoh. Holy guacamole, he owns every scene he is in. He has the intensity. My God, you need to see this. If you've never seen it, trust me. Just sit down, watch it. You won't be sorry. A lot of great performances in this. Even if you're not into like Bible stuff, this is awesome entertainment. It's well worth a watch. This is for a pause, really. Um okay. Okay. Oh, good point, Prime Rib. It's a sea, not an ocean. I guess we'd get away with it. Guess we get away with it. We'll call it good here. All right. So now, I don't know. Let's see. I think we need to visit the 1980s. What do you say? With Star Trek, The Wrath of Khan. This is still the best of the Star Trek movies, hands down. 3 was interesting. 4 is fun. 5 is kind of a dud. It's still better than anything Kurtzman has ever made. And the opening and the closing are perfect, really. It's just everything in between that kind of stinks. It's still better than Kurtzman. Hands down better than Kurtzman Trek, new Trek. And then Six was okay. Six is it's all right. It's all right. I have a few quibbles with six, but it's all right. And the motion picture, I'm actually a fan of the motion picture. If you think about it, Star Trek the motion picture, the costume's terrible. Okay. Kirk's Admiral costume, loved that. I wish they all had something like that. Um, and the thing about the motion picture, it's the only time. Remember, up to that point, we'd only seen Captain Kirk on TV. We'd only seen him in the original 79 episodes, right? In the movie, this is their first motion picture. We see a very different Kirk. We see an uncertain Kirk. He's not quite sure of himself. He doesn't have his space legs yet with this new enterprise, right? So that is interesting. And you don't see that really anywhere else, the uncertain Kirk, as you see it here. So I love this one. So Hudsonian, thank you. I love you too. That's very nice of you. So I'm reading this story about John Wayne. Star Trek 2 is great. I only have one thing about Star Trek 2 that I really despise. That it bugs me, it annoys me, and that is the uniforms are all red. I hate that. I've always hated that, and I still hate that. What they should have done is give them their proper colors. But with blue screen, which I think they use blue screen on that one for the effects and things, it would have been a living hell to mask out characters in the blue or yellow or green. It would have been very hard for them. But I've seen a Photoshop set going around social media where somebody took the cast photos and they put Spock in the blue. They changed the color to blue and McCoy to a lighter blue. And Chekhov, Sulu, and Kirk in the goldish color that they wore. And they also had one of Kirk in a green that looked fantastic. If only they had done that, it would have been amazing, really. But they went with red because it was easier to chroma key, I guess, easier to do mattes and stuff. That's a shame. See, now that I could get on board if someone wanted to go in and do a special edition of Wrath of Khan and fix that, because you could do that now. If they George Lucas did, that's what I'd want to see. Yeah. So, anyway. Yeah. Anyway, we got that. Wrath of Khan. So I'm going to go with Wrath of Khan. It's exciting, too. It's kind of based on submarine warfare. There's that. There's hearkening back to a television adventure. There's that. There's so much in it. Kirk is aging here, too. And it's an introspective, again, a different Kirk than we maybe are used to. Kirk with a midlife crisis almost. Interesting. A lot of interesting stuff in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Well, now I'm kind of down to one. I'm down to one other film. You see how hard this is? I'm down to one more film. I can only have 10. I'm down to one more film. So I chose this. Raiders. Do I have to tell you about Raiders? Not Indiana Jones and the Raiders. This is Raiders, the real one. That's right. Raiders of the Lost Ark. I don't have to tell you about this one. This is one of the awesomest adventure movies ever made. Really, seriously. So I would have to go with Raiders. So that's the list as it stands. I do have a couple of alternates, but that's my list. The 1938 Robin Hood, 2001 Rio Bravo, The Quiet Man, The Big Sleep, Moonraker, Holiday Inn, The Ten Commandments, Star Trek II, and Raiders of the Lost Ark. But, I have a couple of alternates. Let me ask you this. Which would you rather have on your desert island? Star Trek II or the 89 Batman? You see how hard this is? Oh my God. So this list, I mean, I don't have Superman. I don't have The Rocketeer. I don't have Dick Tracy. I don't have Back to the Future. I don't have It's a Wonderful Life. I don't have any silent films. I don't have any animated films. I don't have Snow White or Fantasia or The Brave Little Toaster. I like The Brave Little Toaster. I don't have any Godzilla. There's no Godzilla. No Smokey and the Bandit. No Dirty Harry. There's a lot of things you got to leave out when you only have 10 slots to choose from. So, Wrath of Khan or 89 Batman. Wow. Wrath of Khan or the 89 Batman. Oh boy, that's tough. Ugh. Oh. Oh, wow. I think I have to go with Batman. I think I have to go with Batman on this. Well, none of these movies have aged well if you really think about it. Wrath of Khan is so awesome, but Batman was new. Batman was totally new. No gorillas. No, ain't got any gorillas. But I don't know. Something about that Batman. Nicholson Joker, man. Nicholson Joker. Michael Keaton, a fantastic surprise as Batman and Bruce Wayne. Oh my God. Yeah. Michael Gauck as Alfred. Ken Wall as the annoying reporter. Even he was good. So much awesome stuff in it. The Prince soundtrack, which doesn't really fit, but it's Prince, so you don't care. And it's larger than life. Danny Elfman score, Tim Burton. Oh, Star Trek 2 or Batman. Wow. I don't know. I think I might go with Batman on that if I had to. If I had to. Cuz that really is an entertaining film. And when it came out, it was so different from everything else. Oh, I don't know. Ugh, that's hard. All right. Okay. All right. You thought that was hard. How about this? Raiders of the Lost Ark or Fellowship of the Ring? Raiders of the Lost Ark or Fellowship of the Ring? Which one would you rather have on this island? Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Oh God, it hurts. Uh, you might be asking me, Barkey, why Fellowship of the Ring and not the Two Towers? Because the Two Towers has Helm's Deep and Saruman and Ents and all kinds of stuff like that, and it's awesome, right? And it is. and Rohan, all that stuff is awesome, right? It's awesome. However, Fellowship, you get to see way more of Middle Earth than you do in the others. You get to see everything from Hobbiton to Bree to Weathertop, and you get a glimpse of the Barrows, at least. You get to see Rivendell, you get to see the Misty Mountains, you get to see Moria, you get to see Lothlorien, and you even get to see a bit of Mordor. So it's got everything. Boy. And the way it ends, I think you could be cool with it as it ends. Although it'd be great to have the other two. If you had to choose a 3 for a trilogy, well, you know, Rings would be the one, right? Maybe you want this OG Star Wars. Don't talk to me about that Disney crap. You you wouldn't waste 3 slots on that. But Fellowship has so much more. You see so much more of this world. Man, that is a tough choice. That is tough. Raiders, which is mega awesome, or Fellowship, which is also mega awesome. Oh, man, that's hard. That's a hard one. So, as you can see, this is not very easy. Not very easy at all. To choose only 10. Only 10. And keep in mind the list of them that I didn't have in here. Superman, The Rocketeer, so many others that I didn't have in this thing. Yeah, there you go. I could do Wrath of Khan or Batman, or I could do Raiders and Fellowship. I'm sure your list would look, I think, yeah, Demolition Dude. Hey, welcome. Raiders is more standalone. That's true. That's true. But Fellowship, man, Fellowship though, isn't that awesome? I think you even get a glimpse of Minas Tirith in that when Gandalf goes to find out about the ring. Yeah, uh that's really tough. That's really really tough. Oh man. Talk about a Hobson's choice. Holy guacamole, that's hard. I don't know. I always love Raiders though. Boy. I don't know, man. I don't know. Wrath of Khan or 89 Batman. 2001's a space movie, so I already have a space movie, but it's so good. Wrath of Khan's so good, but so's 89 Batman. Oh, 89 Batman. Oh, jeez. I don't know. Well, so those are 10 and 2 alternates that I would have on my desert island if I got trapped there, which would kind of suck if you're trapped there. But at least you could have movies to watch. I guess we also have to assume food and water are plentiful there. Just no wahinis and grass skirts. Yeah, you don't have any of that. Sorry. No. Oh, this island is terrible, but at least it has widescreen and and full on digital. You can watch these movies. Oh my goodness. Oh. Yeah, Michael, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. When Lord of the Rings came out, when Fellowship came out, it was so awesome. So awesome. Uh I remember seeing the trailer for it, the teaser trailer, where the Fellowship is just marching over a hill. And oh my God, the perfection in that. Everything was right. I don't think there were any fans who said, no, 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 that's wrong, that's wrong. No. I think every fan of Token was on board instantly. They saw that. I know I was. I know I was, man. Uh, so yeah, yeah, perfect, just perfect. Unlike now, because now when I see a trailer for something I love, I'm like, oh God, how did they ruin it? Ah, yeah. No, you have electricity, Sketchman. You have electricity. You have electricity. You have a method of watching these films. And you can watch them as many times as you want, but you only have 10. So choose wisely when you make your list. Of course, if I knew I was going to get trapped on an island, I'd try to take preventative measures so I didn't wind up there. But in any case, that's what you got. That's what you got. Uh, oh, really? Demolition Dude, you saw Lord of the Rings on the screen and then read the books. Well, that's not bad. They're so close. They really are good. It's really very, very good. The Hobbit, not so much. The Hobbit is just padded all to hell and gone, unfortunately, because there's a lot of good things in it. It's just really padded throughout. And the villain is not a guy in a costume, he's CGI. So it's like, ugh. Nice to revisit that world, though. Nice to revisit that world. Yeah, sweetest sadist. I can build a DVD player out of coconuts, but just like the professor on Gilligan's Island, I can't patch a hole in a boat. And I ain't got Ginger Grant or Mary Ann. Ugh, that's terrible. No Mary Ann. Hi, now, JPEG. Hi. Howdy, howdy. Yeah, The Hobbit should have been 2 movies max. That's true. But nowadays, when they announce stuff, it's like you just don't care. But Rings of Power, come on. Just don't care. Supergirl. Supergirl. I've not heard a single good thing about it, really. I'm not taking exception with Millie Alcock, though. Um, she's not Rachel Zegler. Let's just be honest. She's not like that. She's said some dumb stuff, but she's not Rachel Zegler dumb. She said that thing about Christian dads, and I think everyone has misinterpreted what she said. I'm trying to remember exactly how she phrased it. She said she was talking about the reaction online. You know, an interviewer tried to trip her up like they do. Uh, and she said there's all these fake bot accounts with names like, you know, Father of Two or Christian Dad or something, something. And she's not insulting Christian dads. She was just saying, you know, these fake accounts all have these kind of names that aren't authentic, right? They don't sound legit. Nobody's handle is going to be Christian Dad, Father of Four at Twitter. You know, nobody's going to do that. So it's kind of obviously a burner thing, a burner account. I don't know. Anyway, I just heard the movie just doesn't seem like it's one I want to see. It seems, I don't know. I don't know. I want to believe, but I've got other things I can spend my money on. Yeah. There is a reason why. There is a reason why Peter Jackson hasn't made films for a while. His DP passed away. His cameraman, his director of photography, passed away, and they were like the best. They were besties, and they worked on all these films together, and that's why he's kind of not done anything since. Not much, anyway. Yeah, it's too bad. Yeah, I'm just not interested in Supergirl. I will say I thought the CW show was good. I mean, for what it was, it's not for me, right? It's not aimed at me. But I thought that Supergirl, she had the look, she had the poise, she had the attitude. I mean, there was a lot about her that I thought, yeah, okay. Um, Helen Slater, I've seen that film. I may have it on Blu-ray somewhere. I'm sure I do. That film was terrible. That's not Helen Slater's fault. But she was kind of a plank of wood in that. That's what I remember. She's just so bland in that. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll see how Man of Tomorrow does. I don't know. I don't know. I want to have faith, but I'm like, I could just give it a pass. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know anything coming out that I'm really excited to see. Dune Part 3. Uh Avengers, I don't know. It's just going to be a clip show of all these other people from other movies just showing their face and leaving. And a lot of these actors, yeah, they want me to come into this green screen room and just say hello, and then that's my scene. Not looking too forward to that. Demolition Dude, Supergirl is on Blu-ray. At one point, I did have the DVD. I don't think I have. It was like a 2 disc DVD. I don't think I have that anymore, but I'm pretty sure it is on Blu-ray. You can get it. It's the villainess is a magic user, so I don't know. It doesn't always work great. Citizen Vigilante. It's about not a JPEG. It's about a dude who decides to take the law into his own hands when women have surprise sexy times done to them by people in the country who were not born in the country. Shall we say that? And this is ripped from the headlines or something. And this guy goes around just murking them, I guess. Um, Yui Bowl directs. Army Hammer stars in it. And there's a guy that got canceled who shouldn't have got canceled as badly as he got canceled. Like Michael Richards, he shouldn't have been mega canceled, honestly. And come to find out, a lot of the things he got accused of are not really real kind of things. That's how it works. I went to see this god awful stay away as if it's radioactive waste movie called Death on the Nile, the Kenneth Branagh one. It has Gal Gadot. She was okay. um I don't want to go into it. I hated that movie. Oh god, I hated that. It's one of the few times I've been burned at the theater going to see a movie and it turns out to be this woke screed screech fest, right? So um let me just go back here. But yeah, he's in it. He's one of the few good things in it. Gal Gadot is in it, and she was okay. She's okay. And then Army Hammer's girlfriend character, I thought she was good too. But oh my god, just awful, 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 awful. Yeah, stay away from that. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Banners. I haven't actually seen that one. I hate to say it. I would like to see a Batgirl movie. I would like to see a Batgirl movie, but only if they show respect to the source material. Number one, hands down. She's a redhead after all, so no complexion altering. Uh, that I want to see I want to see her in a costume that is purple. I do. I want to see her. I want to see a love letter to Yvonne Craig. I really do. At least in part. I want that to be part of its DNA. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you didn't see that movie, Michael. I hope you didn't spend real money to watch Death on the Nile cuz oh my god. Ugh. Let's see. Orient Express, yeah, that's very good. That one was very good. The movies are good. Um, Peter Ustinov played Poirot in a couple of films, and they're very good. Those are very good. David Suchet, though, no one will ever top David Suchet. He's like Jeremy Brett for Sherlock Holmes. No matter who you find and how good they are, they will never, never top Jeremy Brett as Sherlock Holmes or David Suchet as Poirot. It's just a fact of life. Coyote versus Acme. That does sound interesting, especially since they wanted to kill that movie and they were kind of forced to put it out anyway. Yeah. Yeah, Batgirl, man. Batgirl. I want that at the end. I want that Batgirl music at the end. Yeah. Oh my. Yeah, Albert Finney, Orient Express. And interesting, Ingrid Bergman in that was supposed to play another character, but she insisted on the one that she does play, which is not glamorous, not a glamorous character. She insisted on that because it was more interesting to her. So that's pretty cool. How many Ginger Snaps films? I know of at least two or three. I've not seen any, but I know they exist. Da, 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 da. Yeah. So, Demolition Dude, since you mentioned Smoking the Bandit earlier, Celebrity Car Cannonball Run, one rule to time travel. What's in your car? What's in my car? Uh, Gee, I don't know. Celebrity Car Cannonball Run. One rule, no time travel. What's in the car? Well, I'd like to think a hot, sexy chick will be in the car with me. Can it be a station wagon so there's room in the back? No time travel means no Betty Page, though. But, well, I want to be able to live afterwards and not be a broken man. I don't know. Yeah, Acme movie's coming out. That is coming out. They're going to release that. Um, yeah, I can't think of anything else playing that's coming out that I want to see. Um, Dune, Avengers. I don't know. I have to hear. This is the saddest thing in the world. Let me tell you. It used to be. I remember the before time when you just look in the paper and see what movie appealed to you, and you would just go and not know anything about it, and take a chance on it. Maybe it's cool, maybe it's lousy, but you took the chance on it, and it might be awesome. You can't do that today. Yeah, you can't do that today. So I have to wait and find out, is this movie going to be any good or not? So I have to wait for people I trust to tell me before I'm going to spend any money on it. Yeah, that's just the truth. It's a mad, 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 mad world. Super comedy. I want to say that's the first super comedy. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Nope, they'll never be able to make that one again. That's true. That's true. Do I always acknowledge your comments? Ask Jamola. Do I always? I guess I reply. I don't know. I do. I I do try to reply to the comments. I mean, if there's something to reply to, I do try. Um, so might take me a day or so to get around to it, but I do try. Um, I appreciate them too. I do. Even from you, Thomas, you cat loving guy, you. But no, I do. I appreciate the comments. Yeah. Yeah, they've stolen all the magic away. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Hudsonian. You're absolutely right. $1 million mystery. I saw that the other day. I don't know if it's on DVD or streaming. $1 million mystery. At least here in the U.S. I think you're in the U.S., right? Um, I think I saw it on Prime or somewhere. $1 million mystery. Yeah, but you can't just go to the movies. You can't just go to the movies like we used to. You got to find out, is it modern audience stuff, girl boss stuff, or what? Because I don't want to spend any more money on that. No, no. That's one reason I do older films. I would have to spend the money on the new ones, and I don't think they're worth my money. And I don't want to give Disney my money, frankly. Although we'll see if they can pull Mickey's head out of his butt. Little hard with those ears. Yeah, he's got those two ears. That's going to be painful. It was painful to shove his head up his own butt. It's going to be painful to pull his head out. Oh. Rat Raced. Rat Race, Sweetest Sadist. That's I want to say that's a chase for money. I've not seen that one, but I think that's a chase across the country for money. Yeah. I don't know. I honestly can't think of any big movies coming out I'm excited for. Dune I will go and see because I've seen the last two. Um I've never read the books, so some people are upset about this character or that, and it's like, well, I don't know. I never read it, so it's fine. The '84 movie is the one I remember. So yeah, that one's super awesome. David Lynch is super awesome. Yeah, movies are pricey. Thomas Swafford. Movies are pricey. It's very expensive. Um, I'm in the movie club at Cinemark, so I get a free movie ticket every month. I get a slight discount on stuff. Um, I don't have to pay online fees and things. But yeah, you can drop without a free ticket. You could drop 20 plus bucks on a movie just going by yourself. Yeah. But I still want that experience. I still want that experience. Yeah, Dust Bunny. I was curious about that one, Michael. I didn't go. I heard it was good though. I heard it was good. That may be a Prime one. I thought I saw it on Amazon Prime as something you could see. Forgotten Island, Sketcher Man. Forgotten Island. I don't know. I've not seen that one. I'll have to poke around and find it. Well, not JPEG. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for taking part here. And I hope you have a very nice night. And I hope it's not 95 plus where you are. Take care. Hey, yeah. We'll see how long you guys want to keep going here. Da, 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 da. I'm thinking. Hmm. I'm not sure. Yeah, movies are pricey. Um, I won't buy a popcorn bucket right off unless it's awesome, but sometimes they want a stupid amount of money for them. I did get crypto from the Superman movie. I got a crypto, but I didn't buy him right away. I waited until he was half price, so I got a discount dog. I got him at it was like $15. And I thought, okay, what the hell? I mean, it looks pretty cool. I'll get that. I can put it on a shelf. Um, so yeah, mostly Indian films for me. Uh, I find I like their ghost movies. Their ghost hunter movies are a lot of fun. There's always comedy in them, and the special effects in their horror movies are like they're like a lot of bad CGI. And I can't say that I ever found one truly scary. So like days afterwards, you're creeped out, kind of scary. Yeah, I love the Indian films. I'm glad I can see them here. Uh, yeah, Ghost Boot. Ghost Boot? Sweetest Sadist? What's that? Ghost Boot. I have to say no. I've seen Das Boot. That's a four-paw film. Das Boot. Hmm. Um, yeah, that was the last one I saw. Was The Sheep Detectives. Again, I could totally recommend that. It's on Amazon Prime. You want to see it? Totally recommend that. Um, Mine's mini dishwasher. Oh, I have a few. I have a few. I got one from Paddington Bear. I didn't see Paddington Bear, but this was a discounted one. It was like $5, and it's like a half size one. It's metal, so they're awesome. I got one for Shazam. I didn't see Shazam, but I like the design. And the same for the Flash. I got one from the Flash movie. Didn't go, but I like the design, and it was half off. So I'm like, okay. I did get one from that animated Lord of the Rings movie they put out a little while ago. That was okay. It had its moments, but yeah, a lot of people hated that one. The bucket's good though. It comes with a lid. It's metal. It comes with a lid that looks like a shield. So that was pretty cool. Uh, I have one other one. I have I have one other one that you'll find interesting. Miss Clara, hi, Miss Clara. Cheap Detective. That's the one with Peter Falk with Columbo. I think I have that one. It's kind of on my list to do. Oh, The Changeling. Yeah, I reviewed that one Halloween. That is awesome, and not enough people know about it. The Changeling. It's like intelligent horror. It's really, really good. Yeah, this other popcorn bucket I got, it's from it's from the ruse of Soy Woker. It's true. A friend of mine wanted to go. I have not paid a single penny to see any Disney sequel film, but other people have bought tickets for me. So I went to see all three. At Christmas, somebody in the office would get tickets and we'd all go see a movie, and that was one of the movies. The last one she did, I convinced her to see Godzilla minus one, and she was blown away by that. Absolutely. But yeah, so the ruse of Soy Woker. A friend of mine wanted to go see it at Christmas when it was playing. I was like, oh, okay. And he bought the popcorn bucket. We went to see the movie, and as we're heading out, he gave it to me. He says, "Here, would you like that?" Okay. So I have it. I have it, and it is sitting in my living room next to my sofa with a grocery bag in it. And I use it as a trash can. That's right. The most appropriate use for that popcorn bucket is as a trash can. They're just the right size. And that is appropriate in my book, that it would be a trash can. Miss Clara, do I ever revisit reviews? Murder in Space. Murder in Space? Murder in Space. Which one was that? Murder in Space. I'm trying to remember which one that was. Murder in Space. Was it the one about the space vampire lady, the Queen of Blood? Murder in Space. I have not yet revisited any. Oh, I've seen the trailer, Demolition Man. I've seen the trailer for that movie. Werewolf looks pretty interesting, pretty spooky. Yeah. Same guy did Nosferatu, I think, and that was pretty cool. I don't know. I'm intrigued. I'll tell you that. I generally don't go back to reviews. Not generally. Murder in Space. Oh yeah. So it is Queen of Blood. That's the one you're talking about with the vampire chick, Queen of Blood. I typically don't. There are some that I made early on, like Young Sherlock Holmes, and I think, I really ought to do a new one of that. Because, like, my first year, some of those videos are kind of crappy. Let's just be honest. First year or two are kind of rough. But I think in the last 2 to 3 years, they've been much, 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 much better. Much punchier, much more fun, better edited, probably. They look better. Uh, yeah. So, hmm. Yeah. Murder in Space with Michael Ironside. Did I do that one? Guess I done so many, I don't know. Holy cow. Let's see. Let me just look this up here. Murders? Why does it sound familiar? I don't know. Sounds familiar to me. I've made over 500 videos. Oh, Murder in Space! Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. The TV movie. Yeah, 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 yeah. That was not terrible. I'm sorry, I forgot all about that one. That's part of a long form thing. Yeah. Yeah, Miss Clara. Yeah, 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 yeah. That was interesting. It was interesting and needs a remake. That movie needs a remake. I didn't know it. One of you guys pointed it out, but the spaceship that I thought looked too futuristic for the time period and the tech is actually from it's from a sci-fi movie. They just took a clip of it and popped it in there. Yeah, The Last Starfighter or one of those is from one of those. Yeah, that was really interesting. I don't know that I have more to say about it um, than I did in the review, but I thought it was interesting. I should do another one trapped on VHS because there's other titles I can think of that are trapped on them. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta say, it was Michael who suggested, put some music behind that. I'd been thinking about it when I was starting making these videos, and he's the one that said, "Hey, yeah, you should do that." And he was absolutely right. Yeah, it makes it better. Yeah, yeah, the contest. I don't know that they do that kind of thing anymore. It'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Secret of Nim. I reviewed that one. I reviewed that one. I've not done Iron Giant, at least not yet. The Last Unicorn is on my list. I love old school animation too. Yeah, like Brave Little Toaster. I really ought to review that one. I always like that. Battle Beyond the Stars. Thank you, Miss Claire. Yeah, that's from Battle Beyond the Stars. Okay, Brookaboo, you gonna head out? All right. Well, you have a good night. Thank you so much for stopping by. Really, thank you so much. Uh, I don't know when I'm gonna do another one. We'll see. We'll see. I'll probably have to think about. I'll have to come up with another topic like the desert island list. Yeah, gonna have to do that. Um, so we'll see. I'm probably gonna head out myself in a little bit here. Um, I don't know. Let's see. Is there anything else I wanted to cover with you guys tonight? So awesome that you guys are here. Yeah. It's awesome, man. Da, 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 I don't know if we need the little white things popping up on the side. Maybe we need it, maybe we don't. I don't know. It's really up to you guys. Um, I've not done any Bakshi. I haven't done Wizards or his other stuff. I do have some animated ones I want to do though. Ralph Bakshi, yeah. Yeah. So I do have some in mind. So I'll have one soon. I'll have one soon. I'll tell you one. Book of Kells. I love that. I thought that was awesome. So if you're looking for an animated feature that's different and got Vikings in it, only they're the bad guys in that one. Book of Kells is worth your time. It's not very long either. Stylish as hell. Yeah. Fire and Ice. I did that one. He-Man and Batman. They look like He-Man and Batman. I don't. Yeah, that's right. The white things on the screen censor the term you use that describes an attractive baby chicken. Really? Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know, because you guys see the chat on the side anyway, right? I don't know. But I thought it'd be cool to like put them up there. I don't know. Watership Down. I have not done Watership Down. I have the criterion. I think it's a criterion of Watership Down. I have it somewhere. Uh, yeah, that and the Yearling are your kid traumatization pack. Yeah, they made us read the Yearling in school. Yep, they made us read that. Yeah, Fire and Ice. Yeah, they just the guy looks like Batman, the other guy looks like He-Man. I don't know. That's what I said in my review. Yeah, there's some sexy ladies in that. Yeah. Really interesting. Really interesting. Oh my. I'm trying to think of another one I should revisit. Young Sherlock Holmes, I love that movie so much. Um Ramatap, 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 Ramatap. Yeah, I keep thinking maybe I should revisit that one. That's like the first one or one of the first ones I did. Um it's kind of weird because I have no idea what hits with people. Like the most popular video on my channel, the one everybody clicks on, The only one that everybody really clicks on. My review of The Car. That's the one that has 5,000 views. I don't really get a lot of views, so I have a handful that have reached 1,000, but only because they've been on the site for a long time, and just through attrition they get clicks. But that's about it. But yeah, for some reason, oh yeah, Old Yeller, the yearling, and Watership Down, your youth traumatization collection. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it is. That movie, it was really funny. There was some guy who was pissed at me for having fun with that movie. He thought it was like Citizen Kane. He really did. He was mad that he felt my review was disrespectful to this brilliant film. I mean, hey, it takes all kinds. Movies are personal. Movies are personal, man. They really are. I guess we all feel that way. Oh man. I yeah, but it's funny. Even though I said I really liked the car and gave it a good score, he was mad that I was riffing on it or razzing it a bit. I mean, I don't know. It takes all kinds, I guess. Why, thank you, my friend. I don't know if I rock, but I do easy listen, at least. Da, da, da. Oh, that's all right, Michael. At least somebody's looking at them. Yeah, that's the crappy thing. You get a video that you took 2 days to put together and you get like 50 views or 100 views. It's like, oh, come on. But that's the algorithm. It does not like us. It does not like our channel, yours and mine. It does not like this channel. I don't know what's up with that, but there you go. Well, I easy listen. I don't know. I would like to get more clicks, Miss Clara. I sure would. Uh, but hey, I'm never going to get Peter McKinnon numbers. I'm never going to be way up there. But that's all right. Hey, at least you guys are watching, and that makes all the difference. And I really appreciate all you guys. Well, I think it's probably a good time to wrap things up here. Uh, the car and Airport 77. That's quite a pair. Wow, at a double feature. Holy cow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably wrap it up here for you folks. It's been so nice to have you along, and I'm gonna have to think about what we can do next time. I have some ideas. I have ideas. And she said no, so I had to give them up. It's so awesome that you guys stopped by. Well, let's see. What can I don't have an end screen here. Oh, well, let's see. Why don't I go ahead and just I'll put this back up. How about that? I'll put Raiders back up. Oh, well. Yeah, well, that's how it goes. I mean, maybe down the road we'll see. Well, hey everybody. I hope you all take care of yourselves, and I hope it's not going to stay too hot wherever you are. It's going to be 90s and crappy where I am. So, like I say, I'm in a relationship with an air conditioner right now. She's cold-hearted, frosty even. but I can't live without her. Oh, wow. Hey, all right. Well, you have a good evening, my friends, and take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget, I'm going to have a July 4th video coming out soonish, so stay tuned for that. All right, you take care, my friends. Have a good night.